morning from Raymond's Book of Bites now.
Yeah, I gotta leave, and the lens is dirty, so I don't know if I'm foggy, but...
No, you're not foggy, but the sky is gray. Sort of, not that sky, but it was.
The sky is foggy, but our lens isn't.
No.
Bye, guys. I hope you have a fun day with Allie.
Just got to my doctor's. Yay! So it's raining a little. Look at that. So I'm going to go outside, or I'm going to go out there. It's 10:43. My appointment isn't until 11:20, but whatever. Here early. Oh God, these little cups are like my life existence now, peeing in them. Hopefully just a few weeks more. Okay, so a little bit of an update. Just got out of my doctor's appointment, and he yelled at some of the girls because there's been a bunch of drama there. But it's raining outside. Gotta go to my mom's house and hang out there, and then at 2:30 me and Raymond are gonna have lunch, so I gotta make my way back down to that side of town, so it should be good. And let's go. I'll tell you guys all about the doctor's appointment when I'm actually off of the road and somewhere safe. Hanging out with Grand Dog. Uh-huh. Spunky. Hi. Hello. So flooded. A lot of people don't ever believe us when we say that like Las Vegas floods. And it's funny because you see all this traffic right here, and the traffic's actually to make the storage drains like better so this doesn't happen. But someone obviously had an entire year to do this and are waiting until the last minute, because even though they can get it done in a few weeks, literally, they'll wait the entire year, so they're paid the entire year. This looks like heaven in my life. It's a burrito. I'm here at lunch with Raymond. I got here a little bit late to pick him up because of the salsa. I'm sorry. But got here late to pick him up because it was flooding, like I showed you guys, and people act a fool, but it's fine. Better act a fool than die a fool. It started raining again, so I forgot that I was going to tell you guys what was good at the doctor's appointment. I didn't get checked for dilation, which makes me really sad, because like everyone and their mom, I feel like, has been checked at least once, and I haven't. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal, but I've just been looking forward to it. Like I was looking forward to it last week, and then this week, but next week, for real, I think, supposedly, I'm going to be checked for dilation. He doesn't start checking until 38 weeks. Yeah, right? Because I'm 37? Am I 36? You know what? I can't even remember how many weeks I am. That's terrible. I don't know. I've been pretty in, like, my brain has been in the giant fog all of today, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. I feel like he's taking up so much of my oxygen that my poor little brain, because Lord already knows that it wasn't up, you know, it's not the sharpest little brain in the toolbox. But, I don't know. I just feel like I'm in a fog, and I don't like it because it's very reminiscent of the fogs that I will find myself in when my thyroid levels are off. And it's just like, well, you know what, I take it back. It's opposite. It's opposite of what the fogs that I would find myself in my thyroid, like, fogs in. Because when my thyroid levels are off and I feel foggy and stuff, it's as if my mind is there, but like I'm a prisoner in my own body. Like my brain is working, but the rest of my body and everything around me is just slow and dragged on, and like it's just like it's almost lagging, like in a video game when you go to push a button and then your little character jumps like 2 seconds after that. That's what I usually feel like in my thyroid like fogs. And this fog is completely different. I feel like my brain is what is foggy, and it's annoying because everything about my body is working except my brain, and it's really weird because it's like literally I feel like my brain isn't getting enough oxygen. Like it's it needs to breathe, and it's so weird, and it's so weird to explain too. My God, but that's what it feels like. It feels like my brain can't breathe and everything else is on point. Like, yeah, like my body's all here. All of my reflexes are here. So, I don't know. So if I seem a little off, that's why. I'm sorry. I've been off all day. But, yeah, so he won't check me until next week. and I got scheduled for my monitoring. I'm supposed to go on Friday, but then I'm supposed to go back on Tuesday. I don't know if I want to go so quick, like so back to back. And I don't know, I might, but I might not. I'm not sure. I don't know, because tomorrow I also have to go to the dentist. And I've just been running around as of lately, like so much, you guys. And it's just so, it's so tiring. Like my crotch hurts. So I'm just going to like throw it out there. Like my crotch literally hurts. It feels like if you've ever slammed your crotch into like a bicycle seat or been kicked in the crotch, it hurts. Like my bone hurts, my freaking flesh down there hurts, everything hurts down there, and it hurts when I walk, it hurts when I sit, it hurts when I stand, it hurts when I sleep, and I just want to just like curl up in a little ball, but it still hurts. And it, for whatever reason, the way I have to sit when I'm driving, it makes it hurt even more. And I just don't want to drive, and it's all like rainy and stuff, and I just don't want to go anywhere. I just want to be in my house and not even like nest. Everyone's like, are you nesting? I'm like, not even, dude. All I want to do is just like, I just want to breathe and be. And I think one of the biggest reasons for that being is that I know that these are going to be like my last few weeks of just being myself. I mean, granted, I haven't been just myself for months now, but my life will never go back to being the way it is right now. And it's weird. And like, obviously that can be said about anything in life, but you can ask Raymond. Even before I moved out with him, when we first not got together, but when we first moved out, he wanted me to move out, and I told him that I was going to move out before I turned 21. And he's like, well, why don't you just leave right now and this and the other? I'm like, you don't understand. I'm like, at least one more month of just being at my parents' house and waking up and having them there, and waking up and being able to see my little sisters whenever I wanted, and like being in my family home. Because after that moment in time, after I left, it would never be the same again. I guess I could go back, though I had no intention of going back. A few of my sisters have moved out before in the past and have come back to live with my parents, but that wasn't going to be me. If I was going to leave, I was leaving for real and not coming back, and I know that. And it's just, I wanted to, like I said, life was going to change, and I wanted to at least appreciate the last few weeks, or in the case of me moving out, the last month of me living there, and really appreciate it for what it is. Because one of my biggest pet peeves when people are like, oh, I wish I could go back to this time, I can't believe I didn't appreciate it, if I could go back, I'd do this, that, and the other, or I would go back and just hang out with my parents, or just have breakfast, or just hang out with my siblings. And it's sad that not like just we, but as humans, I guess, that you don't realize what you have until it's gone. And I'm the type of person that likes to try to make memories and try to appreciate things for when they're happening, because I know that things can change very, very quickly. And I've always just been a very sentimental person aside from that. And I just know that, you shouldn't take things for granted. Because, just because your mom's there one day doesn't mean she'll always be there. And it's scary to think about that, because you're like, oh, well, no. Well, my mom's healthy, my mom's this, my mom's that. I have several friends who have lost their mothers to several different things. Cancer and just other just untimely situations, and it happens. And then, like, with my siblings, like my little sisters especially, I know they I think have the same mentality too, because they have lost friends at the age of 18, you know what I mean, or of like 16, 15. That's ridiculous. Like, because in your mind you think, oh, I'm going to live until I'm 90 years old, and I would have done this, that, and the other, and I would have gotten to see the world and done everything I wanted to do, and my entire family knows that I love them, and all my friends knew that I love them. And you have this thing pictured in your mind, but in reality it might not go that way. It really, really might. Like, one of my biggest fears, that it's funny because I've told Raymond this before, and it's always a fear, and it's not so much like it's a pregnancy related fear, though pregnancy makes it that much more possible, is that I'm afraid that I would die. Like, that I'm gonna die because it's a medical procedure. And that's why I've never gone and had any type of surgery where I'm put under, because I've always had this fear of, like, being deathly allergic to, like, why can't I think of the word, the thing that they put you under with, or like bleeding to death. That is one of my biggest fears. I've always had that in the back of my mind ever since I was little, that I was going to bleed to death. And I just am like praying to God. I'm like, please don't let me have a C-section, because I don't want to bleed to death. And it's funny because people are like, you're so stupid, or you're so silly, you're not going to bleed to death. But my dudes, you're getting cut open. Like I said, I'm a very sentimental person, and I also know that things can change in a matter of seconds. And I mean, how many people have walked around and been like, oh, this is just a minor surgery, or this is something quick, this is something easy, they'll be fine, you know, and then they're not, and then they don't come back. And, you know, it's a real big thing. I mean, the risk is there, regardless of how small of a risk it is there. It's totally there. And maybe I am being a little bit like crazy about it, but that's just one of my biggest fears, that I'm gonna bleed to death. And like with this pregnancy especially, I'm like, oh my God, please do not let me have a C-section, because I'm afraid that I'm just gonna bleed to death. Like, for whatever reason, I'm not gonna be able to stop. Like, I'm not, the wound is not gonna clot, or I'm gonna lose too much blood and I'm gonna die. I'm like, I don't want to die, but I guess nobody really wants to die. But I for sure don't want to die right now. It was a very long rant, and all I wanted to just tell you guys about was the doctor, so I gotta go get monitored. I don't know if any of that's going to be in the vlog, but if it is, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for dealing with me, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, so I'm out here waiting for Raymond to get off of work. It's 5 o'clock right now, so I got a little while ago. I didn't feel like driving all the way back home. Like I said, I'm just so tired, and I was afraid that if I went home, I would get so comfortable or fall asleep that I wouldn't want to come back and get him, and that's terrible, because Raymond's deserved to go home too after a long day of work. Poor Raymond is honorary Mexican. What did we just buy?
Tajin.
What's that?
The seasoning stuff that Allie likes.
What do they say on the bottle?
Classico.
No, it says not candy. And what do I do?
Eat it like candy.
I'm going to die of kidney failure, everybody. That's not funny though, but don't eat it like candy, because it's not candy. You will die. Spooky little airplane in the sky. You can't really tell because it was traveling through the clouds and it looked spook, but it doesn't anymore.
Hey guys, Allie's yellow, so if you like today's vlog, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to Reality, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye!
It's 1 in the morning. I've been wanting to go to sleep, and he's been watching Sister Wife. Someone save me!